And welcome to another episode of the Public Speaking Expert Podcast. My name is Elliot K, and I am your host with the most. And make sure, of course, if you are liking and you have been listening for a while, that you are, of course, liking, subscribing, and sending us a comment. And if you send us a comment and I like what you have to say, I'm going to send you a copy of my book absolutely at no cost to you whatsoever. Send me your address, and then I will, of course, send you a book. Now, you have to send me a comment that says, "This podcast is brilliant. Thank you so much." And then I will send it. Send a picture of your comment and your rating, and we'll send you a copy of our book. How's that? How is that as a deal? Is that a deal? That's a deal, right? That is a deal. Fantastic. My name is Elliot Kay, and I've been doing this work now for well over a decade. I've worked with thousands of speakers, entrepreneurs, and experts to help them use speaking, not only be a great speaker, but be great speakers for positioning, for brand extension, so they can go out there and impact the world, impact their community, impact their industry in the way they want to impact. And therefore, monetize it, have the sales they want. I've been doing this for a while now. So by the time you're listening to this, it's probably 2023, right? By the time you're listening to this, it's probably 2023. And I'm super excited about the year ahead, which is why I wanted to talk about, um, you not using this, um, not using speaking. It's costing you money, right? It's got to be an integral part of your strategy. And I'm always going on about this, but it's important to remind you of that. Why not speaking is losing you money? Well, here's what I want to say is, first of all, speaking, of course, is an incredible visibility tools. And speaking takes so many different forms, shapes, sizes, right? This is speaking, right? I'm podcasting, I'm speaking, doing lives is speaking, doing audio events is speaking, getting up on stage is speaking, doing virtual events is speaking, doing webinars is speaking, right? So if that is not integrated into your whole strategy, then you are simply losing money on the table. It's one of the most effective ways to market yourself, for people to connect with you, for people to get a feel for you, for people to hear what you're about. It's an incredible way to extend your content, to extend your leadership, to extend your thought leadership. It's even a great way to test material and then create webinars, create talks, create everything. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. You ready for an example? Here comes an example. This in 2022, I did a talk called "Speak with Authority," right? And "Be More Giraffe," because as you know, I wrote the book "How to Stand Up, Speak, and Be More Giraffe," right? And so I did a talk about it, and the talk was built from two. Well, it started as a podcast recording, which then became a webinar, which then became a talk. And that was my most successful talk in 2022. So the great thing about speaking and testing and using different platforms, it allows you to really refine and test your content to a point where then when you deliver it, you have massive impact. So if you're not good speaking, it doesn't matter if you're a PR agency or a recruitment agency or a tech agent, or whether you're a consultant, speaker, coach, author, banker, it really doesn't matter. If you're not using speaking as part of your strategy, part of your marketing strategy, positioning strategy, branding strategy, sales strategy, then you are literally leaving money on the table. If it weren't for speaking when I was a coach, if it weren't for speaking when I was a strategist, it would have taken me 10 times more time to get established, to grow, to be able to get out there. For over a decade now, I've been in business, and speaking has fundamentally been one of my most successful and consistent marketing strategies. You're probably going, but Elliot, you're a speaker. This is what you do. Yes, but I've done this mainly. Yes, I get paid to speak, but I've done this mainly to market the business, right? And when I was starting out as a coach over a decade ago, it was speaking that got me the clients. It was speaking that got me the growth. It's the speaking that got me the kudos. When I shifted in 2015, yes, of course, I was already a speaker by then and very established. But when you shift industries, when you shift branding, when you shift generally speaking, then suddenly the market doesn't know who you are anymore. They don't know how to respond to you. It was speaking that allowed me to accelerate the brand change and to grow the new business, which I started from scratch very quickly, right? And then when I shifted into Speaker Express full time, and in 2018, Again, it was the speaking side of it that allowed the growth, the speed of the growth, the maintaining of the growth. And let's not even talk about throughout the pandemic, right? While we're in lockdown, I was speaking at least once a week, if not sometimes 3 to 5 times a week. And it was that kept the business visibility up. It's that kept the business in the forefront of people's minds. So I know a lot of people don't really get how speaking can help with marketing, but actually it can massively help your market positioning, your brand positioning. If you're a personal brand, it creates relationship, it grows and accelerate your connection to your community, to your industry, to your peers, to thought leaders. And this is why it must be part of your strategy. If you're not integrating speaking, you are losing money, period. And I'll tell you another way you're losing money. I use paid advertising a lot. I use LinkedIn, I've used Facebook, I've used Instagram, and nothing gets me the return on investment, the return on engagement than speaking. Speaking is the one that gets me left, right, and center. And again, if you need to create content and you need to create lots of content, speaking is another way of doing it. You get a nice little camera, you get a clip on mic, you record yourself, you chop yourself, you've got content. It's such a scalable tool in terms of content creation, speaking, that if you're not utilizing it, you are losing out, period. That if you're spending all your money on social media platforms, which is great, they'll just go suck your money up and you might get some return. Nothing will give you the same return as speaking. So if it's not already part of your speaking strategy in 2023, it's got to be part of your strategy in 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, and for the rest of your life. In fact, you are going to be a speaker for the rest of your life, unless, right? So that's why I want to talk about why not speaking is losing your money. This is just incomprehensible in the 21st century that someone doesn't use speaking as part of their strategy. If we can help you with that, whether it be keynote, whether it be signature talk, whatever it is for you when it comes to speaking, your packaging, your positioning, we can help with that. So do reach out to us, send us a message, because we can help make that happen. That's it for today. Short, sharp, and to the point. Go out there, use speaking, be seen, be heard, and always be more giraffe. And of course, like, subscribe, and follow us. Leave us a comment, because we'd love to hear from you as well. And of course, if you do that, send us a picture, then we will, of course, send you a copy of my book, whichever one it will be at the time that I have in stock, we'll send you a copy of it. Okay. Listen, go out there. People need to hear what you've got to say. What you have to say matters. So let's go from there. Lots of love. To the next time. Be seen, be heard, and always be more giraffe.